Hello, property nomads. Hope you're well. Using your energy at the right time could save 10.5 billion euros a year in the UK and the EU. This is another one of these wonderful studies that shows that we could all be doing better for the planet. And don't get me wrong, I'm all up for saving where you can and reducing your energy usage where you can, as long as it suits you. Maybe you don't want to reduce your energy usage. Maybe you hardly have any in the first place. Ultimately, you do what works for you. You live your life how you want to live your life. But I find this article quite interesting. And it's come from Danfoss, which is a Danish engineering company. And it's found that technology that helps manage demand for electricity could also lead to 7% savings on electricity bills for households by the end of the decade. What's interesting in this particular article is that it doesn't take into effect that your energy bills between now and the end of the decade quite possibly will double. So you're probably saving maybe up to 7% off the very top echelon of your energy bill. So in a nutshell, you're not actually going to be saving, if we're looking at the end of the decade, to where we are now when we're recording this video. I mean, the whole article's, again, it's interesting that a lot of these companies, and especially Western Europe, you get all these mid-management level things where we plow a lot of cash into research and technology and report writing, and it does make you wonder that could we not use that cash for something else, something maybe a little bit more productive than producing these reports. That being said, these reports do give us something to talk about on Property Nomads as well. So in a nutshell, what it's saying is that supercooling techniques and using things with heat pumps and using AI technology as well will help to more evenly distribute electricity usage in and around your home, and that using this technology can help to identify cleaner ways in order to use your electricity, and that it won't overload circuits, and that you can sort of maximize your efficiency when it comes to your electric usage. Now, I quite like the idea, as I said at the start, of maximizing efficiency with anything, and I'm all up for that. But the way that it's being spun is that, well, hang on a minute, we all need to use less. We all need to use less because the planet's overpopulated, and actually, if we're all using a little bit less, it might be better for the environment, etc., etc., etc. This is what this report strikes off to me, and that's very damning when it comes down to Davos, World Economic Forum, all of these sorts of things. And you won't be surprised to know that it's been all done in the name of climate change, and the fact that we've got a climate emergency that we must deal with straight away because it's killing all of us. Another reason I don't quite like this report. But one thing I will give it credit for is it does say that, and I quote, "more efficient and more flexible buildings can help to integrate wind and solar into the energy system, avoid energy waste and save consumers money," end quote. Yes, I do agree. When you're looking at building design, there are going to be more efficient ways to design buildings nowadays. Buildings and building fabrics can have a lot more flexibility, which is really good. You could certainly incorporate some solar into those projects as well, again, as long as they're facing in the right direction, etc. That's all good. Incorporating wind into there can be a bit challenging, maybe, but it's doable. Again, when it says at the end, avoiding energy waste and save consumers money, again, if you're saving up to possibly 7% off your bill, but your bill's doubled in the next 5 years, then really, are you saving in comparison to now? No. And then avoiding energy waste, again, yeah, maybe it's possible, but if people want to leave the lights on, if people want to be able to live in the warmth and whatnot, they're not necessarily going to be that efficient moving forward. In a nutshell, it's another report out there. It's a report that we could be saving a lot more cash moving forward. Wind and solar is the answer, but it doesn't take into account the environmental and economical damage that would be being done as a result of doing all the mining for the panels, for the wind turbines, and the aesthetic nature, especially when it comes to wind turbines, how that doesn't necessarily improve the aesthetics of a place. So again, just another report that is sort of jumping on this bandwagon that we're going to see for a very, 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 very long time moving forwards. With Property Nomads, fans, thank you very much for liking the channel. That really helps us. If you could please just go and do us a favor and subscribe to the channel, that would be absolutely fantastic. We're finding that an increase in subscribers is really helping the channel move forwards, and it also helps us to get our name out there as well. We also recommend going over to iTunes, Spotify, whatever podcast platform you use, because our podcast content most of the time is different from our YouTube content. So just go and get involved and subscribe to the various Property Nomads channels that we have. Thank you very much. We'll see you in the next video.